Hi Bruce, Phil Beever here from the Wilderness Club. Quick recap on our lesson today. So not doing too much wrong. Takeaway here is pretty good. Club's just inside the knuckles there. Ideally, yeah, we'd like the club maybe just a fraction there, but we're being like literally picky. That's 9.9 out of 10. But look where that club head is as we speak. I'm just going to draw a little yellow line on that club head there, because on the way down we'd love to get it back in that slot. To the top, we know it's a little bit short. One thing from this angle here, and we'll see a bit more face on, is this right hip hasn't really turned much. They haven't got much behind the ball. And what that's going to do is any type of rotation with the chest or the hips is, you're going to get slightly stuck. And we can see that here as you start down, that right shoulder's already started to turn and open. And obviously the hips are going with it. As the club comes down, the next frame here, we can see where your club face is at that point. Here, if we draw a line there, so it doesn't match that yellow line going up, does it? And that's where I'd like to get it. I'd like to get that club head just behind the knuckles again. Well, arms are a little bit trapped behind the body because the body's gone a bit too early. Coming into the ball here, for me, too square, so it's too straight onto the back of it. I think that's dangerous, and we can see that is impact and you haven't hit the ball. Okay, so. And then obviously now the club's working, as we can see here evidently, it's square there. Now the club traces that line a bit too left, as opposed to, I want it going out more to the right, so it's a bit shallower. Face on, we have a look here as you turn again. Look at that right hip, it's not really turning. That belt buckle to me is pretty much pointing sort of here, hasn't turned much behind it. Yes, your spine tilt's pretty good, but the legs just don't give you enough time, Bruce. Coming down, as you start down, for me, these shoulders spin a little bit, and that causes the chain reaction of the hips turning. Now these hips are way advanced. We love open hips, but it's the sequencing. We want really from the top here, Bruce, we want these arms to start down before the legs, the first move. So we're going to feel shut shoulders. So big right hip turn to the top. Keep the back to the target as long as possible while the arms come down and accelerate into the ball. The times the arms are starting to drop, everything else is going to fire automatically, but you don't need to think about that. When you practice, you must, and I mean must, put something in the floor out in front of you. You must envisage this turn. When you try and hit it straight, that's what gets you in trouble. And when I say turn, we're looking like a yard to 2 yards of movement. Nothing at all, Bruce. But I want to start the ball right. So practice with a stick in the ground or something on the floor. Big right hip turn to the top. Shut shoulders as you start down, and throw them arms as fast as you can out to the right, and we're going to hit little bullet draws. Cheers, Bruce.